Hello everyone, I'm MrSneakyy, and yes, I'm gonna go over why you should be playing Call of Dragons in 2023. If you've not picked it up already, what are you doing? This is one of the newest games in the mobile genre, in the city building 4X strategy games. So if you really enjoy Openfield combat and you enjoy that time management and building your own city and army, I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you should be playing Call of Dragons in 2023. Hello, yes, so the first reason I want to go into why you should be playing Call of Dragons in 2023 is easily the very first one what anyone should mention to you. It's new. It's one of the newest games in the genre. It's about to turn, finally, 1 year old in a couple of months of this video. And because of that, and it's so new, for players that play these style of games, they know straight away that you is all about time investment. And the longer you play these style of games, the better it is for yourself. So if you've played stuff like Rise of Kingdoms and you always feel like, why am I always chasing commanders, because there's always newer commanders that are coming out, it's because you are obviously trying to fight against the longevity of that game, right? Compared to a brand new game like Call of Dragons. And when we look at this game and we actually talk about the heroes, and this is why I'm talking about time management for the first point, there's not that many heroes to work with in this game right now. So this means for you, if you've got this type of philosophy where you love to invest your time into a game, you don't have that many actual commanders to work on. You can actually get these guys all maxed out as fast as you can, and then guess what? You're in cruise control. You're in that bit where you can just basically stop chasing and just invest however you like. So that's definitely one of the best reasons why you should be playing Call of Dragons in 2023, because if you start now, you are going to get a massive lead and an advantage against all the other players that might be joining the game in a year or two's time when the game finally pops off in popularity. Another amazing reason why I think you should be playing Call of Dragons in 2023 is pretty simple. The Openfield combat. This game offers what I think is the best and smoothest open field combat experience. So if you actually like fighting, almost like you're playing Age of Empires or Total War, this game is actually more suited to you, right? Because it has different types of units with range involved. So when you're looking at these units, you do have your standard infantry unit, which is melee, but then you do have archers, and archers are ranged units. They have the medium attack range, meaning they can hit you from a decent distance, but they excel in physical single target DPS. But when we look at something like the mages actually have very long range when you look at these units, and these units allow you to hit basically a little bit further than the archers, but instead of dealing a load of single target damage, they're really good at AoE magical spells, as you can imagine a mage would be, right? And obviously this is just showcasing the units, but on the side right now should be showcasing some open field footage for you just to have a quick glance at, to get an idea of what this game is actually capable of. The fact that you have your heroes as well as the different ranged combat, and the really cool thing, the artifact system. You have almost these different types of abilities in combat that you can use to actually excel and give yourself a little bit of a character and personality in the open field. So you're not looking like just the same person to your left or to your right. You might be the guy rocking like the Grey Mars Warhammer, trying to stun all the enemies, while maybe someone to your left is using like the dragon scale armor to actually shield you and protect his allies. So really effective PvP, and honestly, if you haven't tried it, honestly, you're missing out. This is one of the best PvP based games on mobile right now. The third reason why we're going into the best game, arguably, I'm just saying now, of 2023 on the 4 times city building genre is because of raids. In Call of Dragons, you are using all of your troops for PvE content, similar to like any other game where you can kill, you know, different types of patrols, or you could kill, you know, different animals to try and capture them, right? But in this, you also have raids, and these raids are located all around the map, and each raid has a different type of behemoth. So here you can see the Thunderrock for an example, but if we look up a little bit further, here is the Magma Demon, and as you can see, the Magma Demon actually has 4 resting behemoths in, right? So these are different raids that you can participate in with your troops. And the cool thing about these events is these are an alliance-based event, and this event is literally like playing World of Warcraft. If you like playing those intense WoW raids, and there will be again footage just shown here of these type of raids, you will understand why this is a really fun game mode in the actual game of Call of Dragons. And when you're looking at some other different behemoths like the Necro Giant and even the Flame Dragon, you can see why players honestly do love raiding due to the different types of abilities and effects that these raid monsters all bring to the battlefield. So let's go over another reason why I think you guys should be playing Call of Dragons in 2023. The fourth reason why you should be playing Call of Dragons in 2023 is pretty simple. The game for rewards is actually very giving. I'm not gonna lie, for free-to-play players, if you are playing this game, you can get a load of rewards. The way this game works is pretty simple. Activity is always rewarded. So if you're a free-to-play player that might only invest, say, 2 to 3, maybe 4 hours of your time in the game, but then you have a friend that might be doing maybe 6 to 7 hours, you'll realize the big difference in power change that you have between both players, because this game honestly rewards activity, even down to the littlest things that some players think are kind of nuanced and you shouldn't do, you know, because it's just a bit of a, I wouldn't say like gimmick, but doing all these little things add up for your account. A very simple one is all of these heroes in your town hall. You know, you can click on any of these heroes, click the little speech bubble and speak to them, and actually once you've done all of the speeches, guess what? You can hit the skip button and actually do a nice quick run through. You don't need to waste as much time. So once you've done, and like I said, invested that time, the game rewards you. And every single time you're going to be speaking to these guys, you're getting resources, you're getting speed ups, and you're just getting free rewards. On top of that, when you do speak to these guys, you can see we can even gift them some cool little sweet do. And we're in this game, which is a really cool feature, when you get your heroes to certain trust levels, like trust level 5, you're going to be able to get these dialogues. And at level 2, you're going to unlock this one. Level 3, it will be Turncoat. And at level 5 will be the Secret, I believe. So you can unlock these really, really quickly. And the beautiful thing about unlocking these dialogues is pretty simple. By completing all 3, you're going to get a total of 10 legendary sculptures for that specific hero. Yes! So if you just do this, this will be the second 2 sculptures, this will be the 3rd sculpture, and here down at the bottom gives you 5 to give you 10 in total. And that does work for any of the heroes in the game that you can speak to. You can go down here to the dialogues and claim their extra heads. So a nice little feature there for you guys. And like I said, this game has a bunch of different ways of getting rewards, like scout rewards, which refresh every single season, as well as events in the game that constantly get added. Since it is a new game, and yes, some people might say it has a little bit less events compared to other games, but you gotta remember, this is really new in the genre, and it is constantly getting updated and adding more and more content quicker than a lot of games and a lot of people actually anticipated in 2023. So let's go over what I think the final and one of the best reasons why you should be playing Call of Dragons in 2023. So the cool thing in this game, as you can imagine, is the PvP. And when you go into PvP, you earn merits in this game.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about.
Merits is a really cool, different type of currency that you can use. So I currently, even though my camera is kind of hiding it, I have 969,409 merits. And the cool thing is you can use these merits in your alliance store. With these, you can just simply go in here, and as you can see, there's so many different goodies that you can buy. One of them, and which is what this point is going into, is the regeneration pots. In this game, which they've added recently, which I think is honestly a really cool addition to the game, is war pets. And with war pets, you're gonna need these regeneration pots from killing enemies. And what you can do with these regeneration pots is pretty simple. In Call of Dragons, you can capture little war pets for your legions, and what you do with your regeneration pots is pretty simple. You hit the regeneration button. Once you either hit 1 in 20, you know, no matter what, on the 20th one you're guaranteed, but you could get it a bit earlier. This will go from an advanced to a legendary pet. So it's actually getting better and better in terms of the player base, because these type of mechanics weren't already in the game, and honestly they've added these within a couple of weeks of the new mechanic or patch landing, which I think is phenomenal. And that is why I'm talking about it for the last point, because this game, like I said, is a very new game, but the developers are listening to you and myself, the content creators, and the whole community about Call of Dragons. They're willing to change things for the better for what you guys want in the game. And obviously, like you can see, they've been implementing them, different PvP changes, new mechanics to play, and as well as new events. So honestly, I think this is one of the better studios for a mobile game that are willing to actually listen to all of us and actually maybe say, do you know what, we got something wrong here, let's add it back into the game, right? So I would love to see this. I love to see the continuous adaptations and all of these different mechanics in Call of Dragons. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video on why you should be playing Call of Dragons in 2023. There's just so many more, honestly, ways I could describe this game. If you want to watch PvP, check out my channel. My name is MrSneakyy, an official Call of Dragons content creator. I have all the guides on anything to do with Call of Dragons. That is PvP, PvE related, events, patches, you name it, we have made it on the channel. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, like I said, smash a like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and you'll know when any of my content goes live. So thank you for all the support, thank you for watching, and thank you for hitting the like button like you should do, like a good viewer does, and thank you for all the support for the channel, and we are growing every single day. And with all that said, stay safe, stay sneaky, and peace out everyone.